Our scripture for today is Malachi 4. Malachi is the last book of the Old Testament. These are the last words of God to his people until the announcement of the birth of Christ, which wouldn't happen for another 400 years. Malachi is not a warm and fuzzy read. It's a dialogue between God and his people about their corrupt behavior and disregard for God's law, and thus their disregard for their relationship with him. And it might cause you to think, well, what does this have to do with Sabbath rest? Well, let's take a look at the context of this book. Malachi was written after the Israelites had been released from exile, returned to their homeland, and rebuilt the temple. But from their time in exile, they brought back all kinds of practices that were in direct defiance of God's law, which was intended to form the community of God's people, the people in loving relationship with their Creator. The result of Israel's disobedience was chaos, disorder, injustice, and unrest. Through Malachi, God calls his people back to him to realign with the covenant established through Moses in order that they might reap the benefits of faithful obedience, resting securely in God's provision, protection, and hope for the future. This call to return to rest and to realign in faithful relationship to God's promise is still ours today. God's not in a rush, but offers the invitation daily for us to turn to him, to worship him, and to rest in all he has done and is doing on our behalf. May your Sabbath rest be complete, knowing that God is faithful.